Welcome to What We're Playing This Week, the show right recommend to you a couple of video games based on a certain criteria, and this week's criteria is historic dickery. Do you like history? You probably don't. But would you like to relive history and be a total dick at the same time? I bet you would. Who wouldn't? Well, these games will let you do just that. Go through history and be a total dick to everyone. The first one's a no-brainer, Civilization. Regardless of what version of the game you have, you'll get the opportunity to be a total dick to everyone on the planet through every conceivable age of history. From the dawn of mankind, even before we invented the wheel, though somehow there were Americans back then, but there weren't any Thracians. What I'm getting at is that Civilization isn't necessarily a historically accurate game, but you do get to evolve from the earliest stages of civilization, before writing, before the wheel, sometime after fire was invented, and you can go all the way to the space age. You can nuke Gandhi's ass mostly because you'll do it as a preventive measure because you'll probably nuke yours. There was a bug in the games, in the old ones. Now, which version of the game should you actually get? Well, you have a lot of options. You could get the new one, Civilization 6. It comes out on the 21st of October, but it's a €60 game. You could buy the older one. Civilization 4 is one of my favorites. I played it probably the most. Well, Civilization 1 and Civilization 2 I've played probably the most. I've never played 3, but you can get Civilization 3 on Steam right now for €5. It's the cheapest one. I don't see Civilization 2 around here, or 1, because they're very old. Civilization 4 is available for €20, but you'll probably get it cheaper when there's a sale. It's usually not that expensive, actually. I have no idea why it costs so much right now. And then you have Civilization 5, which is only €7.50 right now, and it's an okay game. Like it's a good game. I liked it. It did simplify a lot of things, but the expansions added them back in, and as a whole, with the expansions at the price of 37, oh my god, €37. But with all the expansion, this thing costs over $130. Dear god, this is a complete ripoff. If you're gonna get a newer, more expensive Civilization game, get 6. It seems to be a more feature-complete game than 5. And you can be a total deck through history. Up next is Empire Earth. I've played mostly only the first one, which is now on GOG for €5.40, and this game is, in essence, it's Age of Empires. And I would have recommended Age of Empires here, but this game lets you start from prehistory to future sci-fi history. Whereas the Age of Empires game tackle very limited aspects of history. On the other hand, you could just get all the Age of Empires games, like 1, 2, and 3. They do make a very good chain of historic dickery, but if you only want one game that covers everything, get Empire Earth. This series has major potential for being a dick through history. There is just some kind of satisfaction associated with blowing up some medieval knights with a space age laser blaster, or crushing under the heavy threads of your tank some Romans, though it's a bit strange because you're playing the same civilization fighting against itself, and you're both evolving on well, not just both, you can play with more civilizations, but you all develop on exactly the same path, which is a bit, it kind of takes away from the realism of it. Not that space age lasers fighting against Romans didn't do that already. It's a great game for being a historic dick. And lastly, one of the best games to be a historic dick. It would actually be not just one game, but an entire plethora of games. The Paradox Development Studio games, Crusader Kings 2 especially, allows you to be a major dick through hundreds of years of European history. You then have Sengoku that lets you be a dick in Japan, which sort of has mechanics similar to Crusader Kings 2 but not as fleshed out. You then have Europa Universalis that lets you be a continuous dick over the next couple of 100 years. You have Victoria 2 that lets you be an equally large dick in the Victorian Age, in the Industrial Revolution. Then you have Hearts of Iron that lets you be some of the biggest dicks socially, I mean, in history, like Hitler or Stalin, and just dick around with everyone. Now, which game you should get really depends on what period of history you want to be a dick in the most. Though there are save game converters that let you continue your dicking about from one game to another. Though I'm not sure if one's available for Hearts of Iron 4. I believe there is one for Crusader Kings 2 to Europa Universalis 4. Not really sure where Victoria 2 stands. I believe there may have been one from Europa Universalis 3 to Victoria 2. Oh, there was also Europa Universalis Rome, and the sequel is gonna come out soon. I have it on high authority from Shams that it will be released one day soon. I mean, he even has t-shirts of it. Would a man wear that t-shirt on stage if you weren't absolutely serious that the game's gonna be released one day soon? Probably not. You can find all these games on, well, just about everywhere. They're on Steam, they're on GOG, some of them, for the price of, well, Crusader Kings 2 is right now at 40 euros, which is kind of a bit much for the base game right now. Yeah, it's a good game, but it's kind of 4 years old, and the expansions will bleed you. The complete version of the game is over 100 euros. No, sorry, my mistake. That was just a platinum pack. That was something completely different. No. The complete version of Crusader Kings 2 is 150 euros. Oh my god. Wait for sale. Wait for a half off offer or something. And the new ones are a bit more, I was gonna say expensive, but Europa Universalis is also 40 euros. Victoria 2 is just 20 euros. Hearts of Iron 3 is the cheapest at 10 euros, and Hearts of Iron 4 is available for 40 euros. So it's your choice. Or you can get the complete version of Europa Universalis 3 for 15 euros, or Rome for 10 euros. Yeah, it's a lot, but you can be a dick through so many timelines, to so many people, on so many occasions, and that's something to be cherished. Well, that would be it for the historic Dickery edition of What Are We Playing this week. Tune in next time for more gaming recommendations about being a dick to everyone and everything possible. Goodbye. Thank you for watching this show. If you enjoyed it, please consider watching some of our other videos and maybe sharing them or giving a thumbs up if you feel like it. And if you really liked what you saw, please check out our Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you could help us make much better shows and get some rewards in the process. Or you could consider buying my book called Tale of Doom. Volume 1 is out now and available for just $2. And as always, if you thought it was horrible, you know where to find me and complain about it.